Today we are talking about predict and forecast, two words that often confuse English learners, but by the end of this video, you will understand the difference, their nuance, and how native speakers feel about them. Okay, so let's dive right in. So let's talk about predict. Predict is more general and often personal. It can be based on intuition, experience, your feelings, or past trends. So you can say it in daily life about almost anything like sports, exams, or even relationships. So here are some examples for you guys. First, I predict that she will get the job. So you might say this because you've seen her put in the effort and do her best. So you feel there's a good chance she will get the job. So that's why predict sounds natural here. And notice the structure. The motor will plus the base verb get. So let's move on to the next one. I predict that this trend will fade by next year. So you might say this based on your own experience, watching how trends have changed over time. So you expect the trend to disappear soon. Okay, so let's move on to the last one. I predict that the movie will become a huge hit. So let's say you are a big movie fan and you trust your gut and think this movie is going to be huge. So, and also notice the structure here, article, adjective, noun. So a lot of learners mix these up, so pay attention to that pattern. Forecast is more formal and scientific. So it is often used with weather, economy, or statistics. So you rarely use it in casual conversations unless you are talking about data or trends. Here are some examples for you guys. So when it comes to English grammar, you need to match the verb with the subject. So in these sentences, analysts and several companies are plural. So which means forecast doesn't take an S. You see there's no S, right? No S. But the bank is a singular. So the verb forecast take an as you can see. Okay, so remember that. So let me go through them one by one. Analysts forecast a rise in stock prices next month. So rise is an abstract noun. And when an abstract noun refers to a specific one-time event, you can use an article. So for example, what a and he gave me a smile. What a surprise. He gave me a smile. So I am sharing this with you guys because, it will help you guys, understand it better. So next month is an adverb phrase, so you don't need a preposition. So just to say next month, not to next month, okay? So let's move on to the next one. The bank forecasts a slow recovery in the housing market. So a slow recovery uses the typical pattern, article, adjective, noun, which many learners find tricky when speaking. Okay, so let's move on to the Last one. Several companies forecast lower sales for the first quarter. So several means more than two. So the verb stays in the base form. There's no S here. And the lower is a comparative adjective. So, and depending on the situation, you could replace with higher, smaller, and so on. Now that we've finished the reading, so do you also feel that forecast sounds more professional and official? So can you sense that difference? Okay, so all right, let's quickly go over the key differences. Predict, casual, intuitive, personal as well. Forecast, formal, official, professional. So easy, right? I have some questions for you. Drop your answers in the comment below. So that's it for today. I hope today's lesson made the difference between predict and forecast super clear. And if there are any confusing words you want me to cover next time, let me know in the comment. Okay, so thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!